Hello, guys, and welcome back to the show. Today, you have seen what we're doing. We're hitting a masterclass. We're hitting Kirby Adventures. And I have a question for you. Is this the best looking game the Nintendo Entertainment System ever had? Let's talk about that. First playing this game when I was a little un, I thought it wasn't masculine enough, if you'd like to put it that way. So I didn't give it as much time of day as I wish I did. I did play it though, and I did have it. And like I said, I didn't understand what you could do. I'd done a few levels, and like I said, it wasn't very masculine. You was a pink blob thing who was Kirby, and you were sucking in enemies. I didn't understand what I was getting myself into. So this come out late in the NES era, and I did own it. And the case looked amazing. And looking back, I did think this is a very pretty game. I didn't use the word pretty because I was a kid, and you know what teenage boys are like. Or no, it's younger than that. Pre-teenage boys are like. Didn't use the word pretty. I thought this was a very colourful game then. And looking at how it actually runs on the NES and understanding the quality of games now, and then this game with what the system was limited to, how did they achieve such things in an 8-bit system? We will talk about this, right? About all the mechanics. But man, they done well. First impression of Kirby, as I said, as a younger person in the early 90s, I it wasn't it was quite feminine. And these days, masculine and feminine, isn't such the deal it used to be. And we've evolved as people, if you like. So everyone's got their own opinions. This isn't what this is about. But yeah, back then as a boy, I was like, I like men things, Streets of Rage, beat 'em ups. Mario just passed because it was a bloke with a mustache. Whatever. You know what this is about. I forgot a lot about Kirby until playing it now, and I forgot that you could not just swallow your enemies, but take on their powers. Fire, laser beam, sword. I'm not going to list them all. I'm going to see them all, go play it, but amazing. My favourite ability was the beam because it done that, whoop, and it went. You could hit anything from the top to underneath, and it swiped down. It was really, really cool. And the reason this game, right, felt so different to anything else you played because if you wanted to, you could just fly through the whole level. That screen you could go anywhere on because you could fly at any moment, you could run at any moment. Whatever you wanted to do on that game, you could do. You weren't limited to just floor or a temporary flying ability. No, he could fly anytime. So I'm guessing he was a bird, really. And as you went on, you did experiment more because, as I say, you could go anywhere. There's a lot of secrets to try and get extra lives, which was quite unique, and I like that. I didn't get them all because I had no idea where to go. We've done Super Mario 3 World, or we've done a lot of games by this point so far. This game compared to them, as this franchise is not as big. Nintendo's keeping it going, which is quite nice. Hold on, just getting my coffee. Yeah, Nintendo is keeping this going, which is quite nice. With the Air Riders that's just come out, but it's not a franchise that I think, wow, this is awesome. It was more like a B franchise. If you put Mario as the A franchise, it's a B. But it's strong, isn't it? It's strong. So comparing it to a Mario game, you can't. Mario's so much better with the buttons and whatever, but then you'd have to compare this game to Mario 3 because Mario 3, I think, came out first and then this game. And you can tell it by the graphics because Kirby's graphics are much, much better than Mario 3. But the gameplay on Mario 3, you know, I'm biased anyway. What did you prefer? This or Mario 3? You tell me. God, I would love to understand anyone who liked the Kirby one more because I want to know why you like Kirby more. Because I don't know anyone. I don't. I'll tell you what though, Kirby did feel easier. The levels were very short. They had a bit of puzzle in it, but very short levels. I didn't get frustrated in this game. Not once on this playthrough. And it's a long game. It's much longer than Mario 3. It's like 3 hours. And with that easier difficulty, I was relaxed playing it. It's one of the games you can just sit down and relax and enjoy. And yeah, well, some games get a bit like you get a bit intense, a bit angry, a bit emotionally involved. This game it's like a relaxed, chill play, and it's good. And with the mechanics of this game, with eating enemies and stealing their abilities, being able to fly whenever you wanted to, the a lot of the mechanics are in modern day games, which is amazing for an 8-bit console. If you don't understand what an 8-bit console is, right? Mega Drive was 16-bit, so the Mega Drive was twice as powerful. And if you've not played a Mega Drive, right, I don't know what to say to you because that was very limited. The NES system was so good for what they've been able to get out of it. And if we want to have a chat about what I saw when I turned that game on, especially now, right? Because when I played it 30 odd years ago, I turned it on and I remember just thinking, oh, this is what it is. I didn't appreciate what I was actually seeing. And now looking at it and playing the old games and going to this one, the color palette. Oh my God. How did they get that much color out of a Nintendo Entertainment System? Mario 3 didn't get these colors out of it. Amazing. Amazing. Something absolutely extraordinary as well. Really rare from NES. They put background detail in it. And modern gamers, you'll never appreciate background detail like this because not many games had the background detail. It blows your mind that they could do it on a 8-bit system. There's no way it should look this good. It doesn't make sense. I can't get this through to you enough. This is an 8-bit system. If you don't understand it, please Google it and see what they had to work with. It is mental that this game got released on this console. They should be so proud of themselves. It's amazing. Now, I do remember bits from when I was little to now. I remember it not being as easy as I found it now. Maybe it's because I used the Nintendo Switch 2 Pro control pad, which we'll get onto in a minute. But the old NES control pads, they're good for what they are, but you're not going to beat a modern control pad, a quality one anyway. I will tell you why I'm struggling with this, saying this a little bit. Nintendo Switch 2 Pro controller, it's like 90 quid. I got one. Is it out there? No. Um, the directional pad, the analog stick or the directional whatever, does my head in because you go sideways and it thinks you want to go up as well. So you're automatically flying a lot, and that was a little. I wasn't frustrated. I was a little bit annoyed from the unnecessary deaths, but I didn't mind dying because the levels were so short anyway. And the final boss, he was quite easy. I think that's what it is with these NES titles, though, because they were so limited on the size. It's all patterns. And this is why you get these great gamers for. And no taken away from them. To remember the patterns is insane through, especially a 3 hour game. But the bosses, and especially the final boss, was so much easier than I thought it was going to be. And it's not taken away from the game either. Because you are Kirby, a little bird. And you shouldn't be going against these ridiculous bosses. It just made the game, it all felt right. And it's nice that they actually brought a NES game out that was more forgiving. Because so many times you play these early games and they are so unforgiving. Like you die on Super Mario 3 and you lose your continues, you get continues. Don't know you get continues. I don't die on it that much. But even if you don't get continues, yeah, you if you get continues, you get a limited amount, right? New game over. You have to start again. And that's the same with all these NES titles. So having this, some of them might add a password, I'm not sure, but having this game have the difficulty toned down, just let you actually play a game where if you weren't good at gaming, you had a game where you could play through and feel like you achieved something. It's like, yeah, I completed a game. And this game could do this for a lot of kids, and it was great for it. The, I'm going to talk about some other stuff about this game now. What held best up in this game, I I think, is the mechanics of fighting enemies. Either spitting them out, a bit like Yoshi or Yoshi, or swallowing them and getting their abilities. And it is actually a really good idea. And being late in the NES category, it makes up. The flying is a bit dated on it because it's too slow. You are going slow. It's great. It's a great mechanic, and back in that day, brilliant. But it's outdated now because obviously we've had better things. And to my complete brain, that this game surprised me replaying it. Surprised me to the point I actually enjoyed it. I enjoyed it so much more than when I was a kid. It was great. It was great. And I'm going to recommend to anyone who watches this video to get out there and play it. It is worth it. It is worth it. And, I think in this series we're doing of retro games, we are going to be doing other Kirby games. Might do Dreamland or something like that. You can let me know if there's any Kirby games of, the retro Kirby games now, because this is a retro series that you preferred, and I will give it a go. Now, let's ask some questions. I'm going to ask the question, I'm going to answer the question, and I want you to answer these questions in the comments, right? Was Kirby's Adventure the best looking NES game of all time? That's a hard question. It is the best looking NES game I've played so far. Definitely. When you really look at it, yeah. What do you think? Yeah, if you answer these questions, can you write the question down, then put the answer so I want to read them all and talk about it, and it'd be interesting to see. I Was this a game that you owned or rented? Now I owned it, but a lot of people. This is if you're a newer viewer, which you probably not, because my audience is between 35 and 54. But if you ever had gaming in the 90s or 80s, a lot of people would rent these games because you could rent them for a weekend, complete it, then take it back, and it's a fraction of the price than owning it. And the best question, I think, is what is your favourite copy ability? Like I said, mine is the laser beam. But I don't want to get into what they all are because you might remember some. Um, that I've not mentioned, and I used them all on the games. Yesterday, which is last week for when you got this video. Uh, and yeah, what an experience it was. A long journey with Kirby between my childhood and now is great because I didn't play much in between them times. I say much. I don't know if I played it at all. I played a few more when I was younger because I think I had another Kirby game for something for the Game Boy, but it's made me want to dive a little bit deeper in them. I'm not going to do the next load of videos as Kirby games. I'm keeping it mixed up, but I will introduce more Kirby games into it as we go on. Um, I think I think we're there. I, it's not going to go down as one of my greatest games of all time. I'm bigging it up because I was surprised. It's not going down as my greatest game of all time. Replayability, I want to play other ones. I don't want to replay that one. That's the difference between my favourite games of all time. I want to replay them games. On this, I want to go through the franchise and see how they evolved because I'm pretty sure this is the first one that I played. If I'm wrong, please let me know. But yeah, I want to go through them all. I don't know how many there are or what there are. So I'm going to find them and I'm going to play them. And I might have to buy the actual cartridges because, as you see, I played this on the Switch too, and that's the only one on there. So that's going to be fun. I hope they're going to absolutely like wallet screw me over, aren't they? I want to ask you to like and subscribe straight out because this channel needs your likes and subscribes, and I really would appreciate it. I need we are doing well on this series. This is my best performance series so far. And I want to thank each and every one of you individually. And I'm really hoping that you can get involved in these conversations we're having. And it'd be so good to communicate with you. Because what I want to do is, once I've got enough questions to make a video or enough of your answers to make a video, I want to talk about it and I will bring you up in there. If you don't want me to mention your username, just put that in your message, there in your comments, and I won't bring up your username. But I do want to talk. Oh, this is a conversation. I want to talk to you. Anyway, I'm rambling. I am rambling. And I'm going to go. And I'm going to thank you one more time for watching this and go and watch the long play. Thanks.